Good morning, everybody. So this morning I have got butterflies because today is my official release of my Kindle books. So after all this time, they are now finally live, which is a nerve-wracking feeling, but also a really, really great feeling too. So there are two books. So book one is a very, very short story, and this one is based upon Mabel the mouse, who runs a tea room, and it's based within the woodlands, the Whispering Woods. And it is about companionship and friendship and seasons and how they change within the woodlands. And this book is kind of like an introduction to the Whispering Woods and to a few of the characters. And then book two is a longer book, so it has 3 short stories, and it also has some journal entries in. So it introduces 3 new characters and 3 new shops within the woodlands, and it has their journal notes at the back. And the journal notes are how that character has seen those seasons through their own eyes, and it's kind of just written in just like shorthand type notes, as if you were just kind of scribbling in your own diary and writing thoughts and reflections upon that. And so yeah, they are there and they are ready and they are waiting. If any of you do purchase them, then please do leave me a review, just purely so that I can get some feedback on them. That would be wonderful. So the reason that they are published on Kindle is because it's quite a good platform for an indie author to publish on. So if you self-publish a book, it's quite a good platform. Amazon kind of do a lot of the weight for you, so in those respects it's good. So the books as well are formatted on Kindle, and if they are enrolled in the KDP partnership, then they unfortunately can't be sold as a digital asset anywhere else, or even as a digital file. However, I can sell the book as a hard copy. So at the moment I am just getting the hard copy of book 2 sorted out. It's taken quite a long time because it's quite a lot more involved to do in a hard copy book, and the covers and the spines and different elements to it, and how you upload it is it's all completely different. So I'm hoping that at some point I'll have a hard copy on Amazon to sell too, which you can purchase through Amazon directly, or I can also purchase the books myself as the author, and I can resell that book on, so they could go onto my Etsy store or onto my Patreon shop. So people who like a hard version, then that hopefully will be available. Unfortunately, at this current moment, book 1 will not be available as a hard copy, and that is purely because book 1 is so short. It's just like one singular short story, that the print cost would cost more than I could actually sell it for. So what my idea was is that each season there is going to be the same format. So in winter I've written the winter book as a short story about Mabel, and then a continuation of winter with a longer book, and then the same for spring, a short story about Mabel and then a longer book, and the same for summer, a short story and then a longer book. So I'm hoping then that after the end of the summer season, so like next summer, then what I shall do is put all those 4 short stories of Mabel together, and then I shall put that as a print version on Amazon, and then I can also sell that print version elsewhere. So that will kind of be a story about the Woodland Nook, which is her cafe. So that will be a whole collection about her shop, the Woodland Nook, starting from autumn, winter, spring, summer. So that's going to be progressing. I don't want to obviously produce that book now, even though the stories are written. I don't want to release that now because I wanted to release them seasonally, so that you're getting that vibe. And also as well, there's little introductions to new characters, and things will get spoilt along the way, because how I've written the books, it's kind of like you start from book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they kind of like roll on, not in a sense of some hints about this and that, and then, you know, different things happen, but they're not a continuation of a story in the sense of, like, it doesn't read like one long book. You can read them as singular books, and the idea is to be able to come back to them each season. So in autumn you can read autumn this year, and in autumn you can read autumn next year. And who knows, I might even be crazy and decide to write a book too. There are some things that I could do to, you know, write a second series, so we'll see how that goes. I'm currently just tweaking the other books in the sense of proofreading them, getting the covers designed, getting all that kind of structural work done, but the baseline of the product is there. The winter stories need a little bit more work, very slight, you know, a little bit more work. And you know, it's crazy because it's like, what, 30 odd degrees, and I'm writing winter books, and sometimes it's like quite difficult because, you know, it's, you want to be in that season, like captivated by that season to get the full inspiration, but it just doesn't work like that, does it? When you are trying to produce seasonal items, they've got to be ready for that season, if not a little bit before, which is another reason as to why I put the publishing date today, so that really, you know, September is probably when people are starting to kind of go back into that inward reflection of autumn and that cozy season. But some die-hard fans out there now are gagging for autumn, and so I thought, well, we'll just get it out there and go with it as today. So anyway, I'm gonna go and have a cup of tea to settle my nerves, probably a chamomile tea, and yeah, I will see you all soon, and I will pop some links in the description below for anybody who may be interested throughout the year. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you for joining me today. It means the absolute world, and I am sending you all the warmest of wishes. Take care. See you soon. Goodbye.